All right. So, good night. Uh, this is really weird for me. So, um, I'm doing this strictly out of obedience to God. I don't like social media to the point to be on this side of it. I prefer to be strolling every now and then. But I'm not like a techie girl, so this is all weird. However, I've been in delayed obedience for a few weeks now, and God's not having it much longer. So, I mean, He's telling it to me. He's telling it to other people to tell it to me. So, like at this point, kicking and screaming, like it or not, I just have to do this, and this is I'm like super uncomfortable. Yeah, so let me just get it over with so I can go to sleep, because I think I was supposed to do this so many times in the last just 2 weeks alone. All right, so he is wanting me to speak about my move to Texas. So I'm originally from New York, and the Lord asked me to come to Texas, specifically Dallas. So I'm here. I moved August 29th last year, 2024. So my year anniversary came up, and I was supposed to have did this video at least by then. Then it was by September 1st, and you see me on the 5th now, right? Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep with the phone. It took me some time to figure out even how to do this, so hopefully this works out. So I'll make it fast because I don't want to be on here long. Last year, I came down around June to visit randomly, and the Lord spoke to me while I was on the plane, right? So as you're coming and landing, as you're landing into the city, and you're starting to see more of the planes, I heard the Lord tell me, welcome home, right? So I remember going, who's home? This is not my home, right? Welcome where? So I kind of put it to the back of my mind. I didn't really overly think about it anymore. And then landed, stayed for about a week, went back home. And when I went back home, let's just say I knew. It was like I just knew. It was a knowing that I had to move, right? And I began to research and start the process, moving trucks, moving companies, etc. And so I did that, and I came down one more time. And this time when I came down, I looked into a few apartment complexes that I was looking at when I went back home. So I think I only got to really see 2 in person, but out of the 2, one is where I currently live. So, and I kind of had a feeling because the color almost looks like purple, and that's my favorite color, and it just kind of made sense. Anyhow, so when the Lord spoke to me about moving, He also told me, or at least I thought I had time. So when He told me I had to move, or when I accepted the fact that He told me I had to move, I somehow started planning like I had all day, like, oh yeah, after January, let Christmas go by. I'm taking control, right? And He so politely stopped me in my tracks and told me no, that I had to be that I had to be down here by September 1st. I don't know what it is about the September 1st. So He told me I had to be here by September 1st. And, my relationship with God, how we deal with each other, or rather, how we commune. I'm sort of introverted, so the Lord seems to always have me do extroverted things. And I find myself going through many breakdowns, like tantrums, like, because it's just, I don't want to do all those things, right? I just want to stay in my little cubby. All right, so at the time that this happened, it is still June. And actually, it's somewhat going into July now. Okay, because I went back down again. So the second time I came back down to see the apartments, this is now July, right? The first time was around June-ish. Now, I don't have the exact dates because I can't remember. I know them, but I just have to look them up, and they're somewhere on tickets. But the first time was June, this time is July. The second time I came was only like for 2-3 nights. It was very fast. The first time was a week. So I remember telling him, I said, Lord, it's so fast. Like, if it's July, you want me down there by September 1st. That's like, not even it's like 1 full month in between. And I began to tell him, like, I cannot work. Like, I can, but it's very hard to work and try to pack out of storage and pack out this space. So it's just a lot of stuff. Like, my whole life has been here. I've lived in Harlem, like New York City, my whole life, right? So, like, it's so much stuff. And then it's not like a little moving truck up to Connecticut or something. Like, this is like a whole nother state. So that's just a lot of work. And not to mention, this stuff is very expensive. So, yes. He sort of answered my prayers by granting me, he released me from my job. He told me that I could leave. And he gave me a time frame. So he told me I can leave by the end of that month of July. But I think I went until like the first week of August, right? So pretty much I had 3 weeks to do everything. And that was a doozy. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I did it. I mean, we did it. He gave me the strength to get it done. And I arrived down here in Texas August 29th. I remember when I booked my ticket, when I realized that he was really speaking to me about this, I booked the one-way ticket because I told myself, when I go, I just want to go. Like, I'm just going to step out and that's it. Like, it's no coming back. Like, just a one-way ticket, that's it. And once I had the storage and once I got the company picked out, and I will do another video, I guess, at some point explaining more details, but I kind of just want to get the synopsis of the story right here, quick and fast. So I got the company, so I got down here. Okay, so I asked the Lord, why is this so important, and why are you like laying this burden on me to do this? Because there's so many people already doing things like this, and I just don't know if we need, like, does anybody need another person talking? But the name of my channel he gave to me is Mustard Seed Faith, and this channel will be about faith, a faith journey, a faith walk, because I've been grew up in church my whole life with my grandmother, but growing up in church and doing church things and coming into a relationship with him, like in the last 10-11 years on my own, like, it's very different. It's a very different thing, to know him for yourself. So this year has been like, my life has been faith, but like this year has been faith, because stepping out on just relying on Christ is quite interesting, very interesting. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody is hearing anything from the Lord about moving to wherever he's telling you to move, wherever city or state that may be, or country. I would just say pray. I'm big on praying. Pray and, seek his face. And just get clarity. And be obedient. Be obedient. I have not been obedient with this video channel, YouTube, media stuff. I haven't. Like, I feel like a fossil, like a dinosaur. When it comes to stuff like this, just imagine like taking a dinosaur out of the cave and explaining this kind of. That's how I feel. Like, everyone around me gets it, and I get like enough to shop online, enough to shop, but like over my head, right? It's just too much. It's just too much for me. I'm like very old fashioned. Pen, paper. I still like to read books with paper. Like, it's just too digitally for me around here. So, yeah, listen to the Lord. If He is telling you to do a thing, just do it. That's why I had a pastor. He used to always just say, just do what the Lord says do. If He tells you to do it, just do it. And it's not always as easy as it sounds. It really, really isn't always as easy as it sounds. It sounds nice, right, to say. And it sounds so holy and perfect and pretty, and it's not always that. You don't always feel like that, And we know feelings are very fleeting, But, yeah, so that's basically all I have to say for now. It's kind of evening time, and I felt like if I didn't start this thing at least tonight, so I don't really know how to do edits and all these fancy things, so it's just going to go just like this, and I will continue to do it just like this when He tells me to come here and say anything, point blank, right? Okay. So this channel will basically be about things about faith, things about prayer, and things about fasting, because those are the things that I have been dealing with in my journey. Those are the things I do the most. I asked the Lord, I said, what am I supposed to talk about? What do you want me to say? The first video was about Him telling me to move to Texas. Moving forward, it would be, He says to me that it would be about things I don't have to go read a bunch of books and become a theologian and debate about things. I just have to tell you my experience of what I know, my testimonies of what I know, what the Lord has done for me, and what He is currently doing for me. That's what I have to talk about. I'm very big on, once I've gotten this really tight, walk with the Lord, I am very much a praying person. I could be really lazy sometimes, I really can, but I always feel like I want to pray. That's my thing, and I'm always fasting. So it's either one or the other. He gives me seasons of a break, but I'm still always fasting. So right now it was like my fasting time. So yeah, I hope this. Better yet, I wanted to do what the Lord told me to do, so that I can go to sleep. Okay? All right. Till next time, good night.